Lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So, lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where it's been said that some Africans are being treated or mistreated in Lebanon, and people were like so shocked. Oh my god, why would they do that? Like, why are you shocked? This is Lebanon. Like, black people are actually treated, bad in most of all these countries. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for education and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
Disturbing news coming out of Lebanon. They are kicking black people out of the shelters. Watch this video.
A group of workers from Sierra Leone said that they've been forced to live on the streets after they were prevented from accessing shelters in Beirut. The International Organization for Migration says there are more than 160,000 migrant workers in Lebanon.
I think now we have a clear picture how racism works in Lebanon, because even in this terrible situation that everyone is in, they still reject us because we are migrants, and also we don't have access to shelters. They will post it online that there's vacancy, and we reach out and said, I'm sorry, we don't have space. But they do have space for their citizens.
After all we've done for these people, South Africa took Israel to the ICC, and this is how they treat us. They treated us the same way in Ukraine. When the Russia-Ukraine war started, they were kicking black people out of the shelter.
There were some reports about discrimination of people with Arabic or African roots. What can you tell us about that? Is this true? Did you experience something like this?
Yes, I experienced that. There's a lot of hostility from the white women. They really don't like us to be in the train. Somebody was telling me I have to stand up, I have to go out. If I'm not a Ukrainian, I shouldn't be in the train of a Ukrainian. I should find anywhere I should go to. So it's really, really, really sad that we have to face this. And they prefer their pets, their animals, even before a black man or a black woman. So it's really sad. I'm really traumatized, first of all. I really understand women first, then children first, then men, but not animals, not pets, before human beings.
When the Russia-Ukraine war broke out, African students were pushed out of the trains that were evacuating people out of Ukraine. The Ukrainian police could only allow pets on board, not black people. We black people are mistreated everywhere. Sometimes I wonder, why do we feel for these people if they're treating us like this? Why do we feel for them when we see how the Israelis are treating them? Do you think these guys would have taken any nation to the ICC over us? I don't think so.
Those are Arab people for you. Sorry, this noise in the background. I'm at a hospital right now. But yeah, those are Arabs for you. My father's wife is Lebanese, if you did not know. So I have a half Lebanese stepbrother, or half brother, sorry. Lebanese people are some of the most vile Arabs. So everyone keeps coming to my page like, oh, it's because I have so much experience with Arabs. My father's wife is Lebanese. I was 17 when he married her. I know Egyptians. I like all these Arabs in Nigeria. When my father's, like, I know them. What I'm trying to say is right now, if Israel dropped a nuke on Lebanon and killed every last one, I wouldn't shed a tear. I would have. So get this, my father's wife is a bastard, meaning she was born out of wedlock. And Islamically, that means she gets no inheritance and her son gets no, or her children get no inheritance. That means also, if you don't know, my father's rich as fuck, so you do the math. In her head, she's doing everything she can to secure the wealth for just her son, which is the only way in her head to make that happen is to get rid of. I haven't spoken to my father since 2020, since 2000. Yeah, since the year 2000, I haven't spoken to my dad because of a Lebanese woman, because she had me kidnapped. She was literally driving the car the day I was kidnapped for ransom. I made a video about it. But anyways, you're Lebanese and you following me, I hate. Just go, I hate you fuckers. I really wish, I hate Israel, but I hope Israel wipes all your people out of this earth. I say what the fuck I say.
So it came to my attention that Africans are being mistreated in Lebanon, and some people seem to be shocked. Some people seem to be surprised. Like, how are you surprised? It's Lebanon, dude. It's the Middle East. Black folks there get mistreated terribly. Black folks are held as slaves, thrown over the windows because the master had a bad day. The Arabs have a very strong hand in slavery. They were the first to enslave Africa. You think they see us as equals? I think the sooner Africans realize you don't really have allies, the better your life is going to be. But anyway, I'm going to make a video on this. We'll talk about this later, folks. Video is making rounds. I never expected this video to go quote-unquote viral like it's doing. But honestly, it seems a lot of Africans already knew this, so that's great. But it seems there's a large enough number of Africans that they didn't know that this was going on in the Middle East. Guys, the sooner Africans, black Africans especially, understood the fact that we don't have any allies. This skin, black skin, is hated around the world. Why we are hated, me, I don't even know. But this black skin, there's like a vendetta against it globally. In North Africa, in South America, in North America, in Asia, in Middle East, in the islands. We don't have any allies. Just take that from me. See, as Africans, we have to stop treating all these people well in our continent, in our countries. Like, I'm always shocked when I see, non-Africans, non-black Africans having the best time of their lives in our countries. We treat them like kings. We roll out the red carpet. They have the visas to visit any African country easily. But it's a one-sided thing. They don't treat us like that in their countries. They don't treat us like that in their countries. We don't have the access to travel to their countries. If I want, it's easier for a white man, a non-black African to travel Africa than it is for me, an African, to travel across Africa. It's harder for me. It's easier for a non-African, a non-black African. If I want to travel to Asia now, if I want to travel to Europe now, if I want to go to the Americas, it is difficult. The screening process, the questions they will ask me, the monitoring they will ask me, the policing they will give me. But they can come to our continent willy-nilly. The immigration officer will treat them like kings. The person on the street will treat them like kings, but they are treating you like a slave in their continent. I like to share, in fact, moving forward, there's a reason why I changed my name to Mr. Kingsley Unfiltered, because I'm going to be sharing you all these videos so that you guys see that people treat us terribly. They don't treat us nice like you guys think. We have no friends. The African man has no friends. No friends. So the sooner we stop this fighting each other and come back, calm down, whether you are abroad, whether you are at home, find a way to collaborate and start building our continent. Give money, start businesses. And the first thing you need to do is you need to change your mindset. Stop looking at everything as foreign. Be proud of yourself. Love yourself. Understand that anybody that is funding war in your country, that person they're going to just fly out to their country and leave you to die there. Stop it. Africa has no friends. In Arab, they will kill you. In America, they will kill you. In Europe, they will kill you. Easy. They don't want you there. Even though they need you, they don't want you there. A lot of these pro-Palestinian folks are very racist themselves. They cannot fathom the fact that, a black man, a black African particularly, can speak for themselves independently. I've seen a lot of them in my comment section talking about, oh, he's a Zionist. They're calling me a Zionist. Me. They're calling me a Zionist. Even some people say I've been paid by Israel. What the fuck are you talking? Because a lot of you guys, the Palestinians, you cannot fathom the fact that a black African is calling you out for your own hypocrisy of how you guys only want the attention on Palestine. You don't even care about Congo. How many of you Palestinians also give a shit about Congo? All the media is on Palestine. All the empathy is on Palestine. Why can't you share that same empathy and that same attention to Congo? How many of you pro-Palestinians have made an effort, a desire, I'm talking about a consistent effort to push attention to Congo? But you guys don't give a shit, because the darker the skin, who gives a fuck, right? Listen, I don't care about both countries, Israel and Palestine. I don't care, because both places don't give a shit about me and people that look like me. So why would I care about both? But there's a lot of African content creators, African celebrities that have free Palestine all over their bio. Have I made a video about Palestine? Yeah, I did, but that's it. My focus goes to Congo because nobody cares. The whole world don't give a shit. The whole world don't give a damn. When I'm speaking on the racial discrimination and insidious anti-blackness in Lebanon, that how black Africans are being treated like slaves and shit in Lebanon, I'm speaking to also other Middle Eastern countries and how they treat black Africans that go there to help them and serve their economy. Because we're not just there to leech, we're there to work. We are working as laborers, we're working in your homes as maids, some of us are working in your banks, some of us are working. And regardless of that, because of your superiority complex, you believe you're better than us. But I want to say something. It's not just Lebanon. It is in the Middle East. It's not just Lebanon. It's across the Middle East. This is a research that was done by the Arab Barometer, racial discrimination and anti-blackness in the Middle East and North Africa. So there's a reason why I am making this video, because it is insidious. It is so much ingrained into your system. But the funny thing is this. A lot of Middle Eastern countries and North African countries are so racist to black Africans, to blacks, especially black Africans. But the funny thing is, these countries, especially in the Middle East, you guys come to Africa regardless. You come to black Africa regardless. You come to sub-Saharan African countries regardless to do business. You come there to live. But the funny thing is, we, the black Africans, always treat you so well. Isn't it funny? We treat you so well in our countries and you treat us like shit in your countries. Isn't that funny? But there's a reason why I am making this video. I want to show the black African, home and abroad, that this is the data. This is what people think of you, especially from the Middle East and North Africa. There is an insidious anti-blackness against the black African. You are a nuisance to them. They might use you, you might contribute to their economy, you might work, but you are still a slave in their eyes. But then I have another question. There's a large Lebanese community in West Africa. In Nigeria alone, I believe there's over 500,000 Lebanese in Nigeria. There's millions of Lebanese in West Africa. So my question to us black Africans from these countries that are in Africa, why are we treating the Lebanese nicely in Nigeria? Why are we treating the Middle Eastern man and woman so nicely in Nigeria, so nicely in West Africa, when they treat us like shit in their countries? Why? I want you to answer that question. And this is not just Middle East. Anti-blackness and discrimination against the black African is a global thing. And I'm going to be making videos on every single continent on this world so that you, a black African man, a black African woman, a black African, can see for yourself and see that we are not liked anywhere. We're just barely tolerated. So the reason I'm making all these videos is so that the black African will see the importance of why we need to unite. Why we have to work together. Because I think sometimes when people talk about African unity, we have to unite, people think it's just a fancy word. We have no choice because we have no friends. To the Arab man, we are still nothing but a slave. To the white man, we are beneath his feet. To the Asian man, we are subhuman. I'm speaking in general and the perception of who we are. It does not mean you cannot have your friends. It just means you have to understand it in the grand scheme of things. This is how the world perceives us. We are perceived as lesser value and we're going to be treated as such. In Asia, in Europe, in Africa, in Latin America, even in Antarctica, I'm sure. In Australia as well. So this video is to inspire the black African, home and abroad, on why we have to work together and collaborate to build ourselves. Build yourself where you are, but also don't lose sight of spreading awareness and building fortitude in economy. Stop fighting within yourselves. We have enough enemies as it is.
You know, when I tell people that there is no way in this world that, you as someone that looks like me will not be treated bad. People think that, oh no, I think they treated or they treat people that looks like me better in this place. No, the whole world is against people that looks like me. Yeah, no matter if you are, African, Black American, African American, European American, or Asian American, any place you are, so far you are wearing this color I'm wearing, you will be treated as less. Like a pet will come first before you. Like animals will actually come first before you. They want to safeguard animals before you. You are not important. You are least important. But these said people are the same people that will come, like, that will come to your rescue in times of trouble, in times of advocacy, in times when people need people to use their voice. They will still be the same people to actually come out and speak. Even if they do that, they don't do that, they will still be termed, oh, bad people, less important people, why are they not helping us? Like, I don't understand why people still believe that race and cis does not resist, anti-blackness does not resist. It really does. It really does. And the more people, understand this, the better, or the more at which you have to actually, you have to fend for yourself. You don't have to depend on anyone, because when you're depending on somebody and you're wearing the color of my skin, you are going to get very disappointed. You are going to get very disappointed. Like, the more you stop expecting people to do something for you, the better, because you will get highly disappointed. Sometimes I was like, no, when I see people saying, oh no, I'll sort myself out, I think that is just the best way. Even in government, anything, because the more at which you're exactly wearing the color of my body or the color of my skin, don't expect people to do something for you, because they will get you disappointed. When they even do a little bit or hear you talk, it's just by the grace of God. So this Lebanon thing has been going on for a very long time, and it was said that these people, when they apply for a vacancy, maybe a house or something, and they get to the said location, there will be a vacancy, but when they get to the said location and these people sees that, oh, you are a dark person, they will just tell you that no, there's no vacancy. There is no vacancy. So they prefer pets and animals to have, all over their head, roof over their head, than for you to do that. This particular video reminds me of a certain video I stitched one time about, I think he's a black dude. He's been applying for jobs. Like, he has been applying for job all over the social platforms, all over, submitting his CVs to companies and all of that. And he has never received any form of call or interview. Then he would just jokingly, okay, let me just change my CV, update my CV, and just put a name that sounds Caucasian. And do you know what? He said it was not even up to 24 hours. He got a call for an interview, for an online interview, which he actually pretended, and he was just flowing to the online interview. And on getting to this place, they were like, oh my God. And you have to sue them. You have to sue them for being discriminatory. You have to sue them for being, like, seriously. Just imagine that because of the color you're wearing, you will not be offered a job. This is the word we are into. And because of the color of this, you are wearing, you will not be let to live in a certain place. So now, why are all these black people going to these places? Like, I know that, like, people like, okay, they come to our place, we need to go to their place. The thing is that there is some Lebanon or Lebanese people living in these said African countries, and the way at which these African people treat them with respect, they give them first class treatment. But when you, as an African immigrant, go to these places, they treat you as I don't even want to use that word here. Like, seriously, they will go to these African countries, buying properties, being in charge of the most beautiful malls, getting the most paying jobs. But when you go to their own country, you become a refugee. But they will come to your country and live in the most expensive neighborhood in your own country. And you say that this is why people are like, I think the world is coming to an end. The world does not like people that looks like me. They don't. And the more, the more we all accept this and work towards coming together to build a beautiful community for people that looks like us, then the better for everyone. Because we will just keep on crying, oh my God, I'm being discriminated. Oh my God. Like, myself personally, I don't get angry anymore when someone discriminates against me. I don't get angry anymore when someone maybe use all of those. I was like, oh my God, okay. I don't get angry anymore because I just see that this is the world we are. This is the world we are living. Because I don't want something to get into me and eat me up. Seriously. I don't get angry anymore. The only thing I'm just wishing is for everybody to just maybe accept this thing. Because this system, we will just keep on, trying to make it better. It's better we use that energy to build something for ourselves. It's better we use that energy to build some. I heard of one BRICS nation that is oncoming. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's not going to be funny. It's not going to be funny. Like, the real chosen people, when they take over, it's not going to be funny. But just some of these color people are so, scared and all of that. Black people are not looking for to take over something that does not belong to you and all that. The only thing people that look like me want is just to be treated the way at which other people are treated. And that is all. But no, we can't get that. It's always discrimination upon discrimination upon discrimination. And we come out and start crying. Oh my God. It's really high time to stop with all of the cry and do something for ourselves. Seriously, just imagine them. But this said Arabian or Lebanese people will go to a set African country and become they will live in some expensive neighborhoods. Like, the government of these African people are not even, they've sold themselves. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please, do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. And if you don't subscribe to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. And I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one. Do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like this video, share, leave your thoughts, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.